Hello viewers, 4DIYers here with another video for everyone. In this video here I'll be showing you how to replace the washer pump and grommet on a BMW E90. This is a 2010 335D. However, this does apply to other 3 Series models of this generation, such as the E91, E92, and E93. If you find you do have washer fluid leaking on the passenger side of your car, just behind the front tire, this is either caused from a cracked washer pump, which I had, or a faulty washer pump grommet. Next is removing the wheel. This requires a 17mm socket. Here I'm using my OEM Tools jack to elevate the front passenger side of the car. Model number 24837. This is a 3.5 ton low profile jack with a minimum clearance of 3 3/4 inches, which is great for low cars, and a maximum height of 20.5 inches. Extremely well made and easy to operate. A link to this will be included in the video description to Mobile Distributor Supply. Using a small screwdriver, push the pins out for the clips along the fender edge. Unfortunately, there is a high chance of losing the pins. They typically fall out in behind the fender and can be somewhat hard to find at times, so it may be a good idea to have some of these extra clips on hand. Next is using an 8mm socket. Remove the various fasteners inside the fender well. There will be a couple along the top and then some in behind the strut. Now under the car, there will be some more here as well. Remove the T30 Torx fastener just along the edge of the rocker. There will be also one 10mm plastic nut that needs to be removed. I did find one of the clips were broken due to rust, and I wasn't able to remove the fastener, so I had to maneuver the fender liner around this. There's also another 10mm plastic nut hidden in behind this cover once it's been removed. Remove the plastic cover in behind the strut assembly. Again, this uses 8mm fasteners. Finally is pulling the fender liner out. This does take a bit of maneuvering in order to pop it out of its position. There is no need to remove it completely, but just enough where you're able to gain access to the washer tank. Remove the fender light by pushing it towards the back of the car, then pry the front side out. Using a 10mm socket, remove that bolt holding in the washer fluid tank. You may also need to unclip a couple lines here just to give you a little bit more room to work. I found to get a little more access, I had to remove the 8mm fastener on the front part of the fender liner. Then push the washer tank forward. It's a tight fit and it does take some patience. This doesn't need to be removed completely, but just enough where you have the washer pump exposed. Considering I'm working in the cold, I used a heat gun to warm up the area around the washer pump. I do want to prevent the chance of having any plastic cracking. Pull off the rubber hose on the washer pump. Then tilt the top of the pump out and gently pry it out of its position. Pushing on the tang for the electrical connector, gently pry it from the washer pump and remove it completely. Use a small pry tool to pop out the rubber grommet. This also has a mesh screen to protect the pump from picking up any dirt. Install the electrical connector on the new washer pump. Then install the new rubber grommet with the mesh on the new washer pump. Push the new washer pump into the tank and make sure it is fully seated. Now clip the rubber supply line onto the washer pump and then twist it back into place. Also clip that line back into place. Reinstall the washer tank in behind the fender. This does take a bit of patience again to properly put it back into place. Reinstall that 10mm fastener for the washer fluid tank. Once everything is in place, then is clipping in that fender liner. Again, this does take a little fiddling to get it fully seated correctly. After that is reinstalling the clips and fasteners. Make sure everything is put back into place. I do find keeping some extra fasteners on hand is a good idea, as the heads of the fasteners can rust quite badly, not allowing you to use a socket on them. After that is cleaning up the hub faces on the rotor and the back side of the wheel with a wire brush. Finally, reinstall that wheel. The torque specifications for the lug studs is 88 foot-pounds or 119 Newton meters. Clip the fender light back into place. New videos released every week on my channel. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It's a huge help to me, and leave a comment below if you found this tutorial helpful. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to also hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.